You're gonna do what? You're gonna quit your good day job to start a business? What if it fails? What do you know about starting a business? What do you know? Isn't it gonna be hard? You know, it's gonna be really, really hard. It's gonna be tough and it's gonna be expensive. What do you know? You're gonna quit your good day job to start a business? Now let me ask you, do you think you're too old to start a business? My name is Lou Reyes with Over 50 TV, and if you've ever talked to your friends about starting a business, if you've ever told them that you've got a dream, you want to start a business, you want to quit your good day job to start a biz, I'm sure you've heard some of these questions, or what I would say, objections. Listen, in this episode of Over 50 TV, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you, I'm going to help you to answer that age-old question. Should you quit your day job to start a business? And that, my friends, is up next. Before I help you to answer the question, should you quit your day job to start a business, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to Over 50 TV. If you are looking for career advice, if you're looking for interview tips, if you want job search news, then you're going to want to subscribe to our channel. To do that, all you've got to do is hit that little red button. It's underneath the screen. There's also a little bell. If you hit that little bell, you'll get our latest updates and they'll be delivered right to your inbox. And there's a thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. That lets me know that you are enjoying watching Over 50 TV. Well, without further ado, let's get to should you quit your day job to start a business? Let's talk about one of the objections that everyone seems to throw up whenever they hear somebody say it's risky. Starting a business is risky. Well, listen, let's just get to that point and let's just say, yeah, you're right. Starting a business is risky. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we know that 20% of businesses fail in the first year, 30% of businesses fail in the second year, 50% of businesses fail after 5 years. I mean, that's risk, there's no doubt. And if you're going to start a business, and especially if you're over 50 years old, you're going to be thinking about those things in the back of your head or in the front of your head. You're going to be thinking, man, that is risky. I know it's risky. But on the other side of the coin, statistics show that 56% of people over 50 are going to experience some sort of employer-driven job loss. 56%. So that's the other side of the coin. Yeah, you can stay at a job and hope that it's going to be there to the day you decide to retire. You're going to stay at that job. You're going to be working for that guy or that woman, and you're going to be there. And, you know, if they say, yeah, you can take off early, or if they say, yeah, you know what, you got to go see your grandkids, you got to go see your family, I'll let you do that. If that's okay with you, then, you know, stay there. But there is risk staying there. Just know that. There is risk in everything you do. But if you want to start a business, yes, accept the fact that it is risky. One of the things that people hear when they say, I'm thinking of leaving my job and I'm thinking of starting a business. One of the things that they hear is, what do you know about starting a business? What do you know? What experience do you have? Well, let me tell you, when you are over 50, you have a wealth of experience. You have a wealth of knowledge. You could, when you start that business, you can bring your contacts with you, people that you've known over the years, contacts that you developed. You can bring with you the experience you have, the skills you have, the talent that you have. So what do you know about starting a business? You come to the table with a lot of information, a lot of knowledge already. But here's the thing. I think you can increase your odds of being successful by finding a mentor. Finding someone who can help guide you through all the trials, all the problems that you're going to face, because you are going to face problems. You're going to face questions. You're going to have things crop up that you don't know how to handle. So I always advise, whenever I'm talking to anyone about, and they're telling me they want to start a business, one of the first things I always say is get a mentor. A mentor, if you listen to them, can help you. A mentor can help you will help you save money and help you cut down on the problems. Now, I know when I started my first publishing company, I had a mentor. Back then, I wasn't so smart. Back then, I didn't listen to that mentor. I remember he told me things and I thought, oh, I know better. I'm going to do this on my own. I'm going to make the decision. I'll bring on this partner that I'd met, this guy that I'd met to help me to build my business. But you know what? Had I listened to that mentor, I would not have brought on that partner, and I probably wouldn't have made some of the mistakes that I made. But overall, as time went on and as I learned, I realized the value of a mentor. And I'm going to tell you, if you want to increase your odds of being successful, if you want to answer that question, what do you know about starting a business? Well, then get a mentor. That will help. Starting a business is expensive. Well, yeah, it could be. And yeah, it probably is. Anything worthwhile, anything worth building, anything worth doing, and doing right is going to cost you some money. But what I've seen and what I believe and what I know is this, that it's not as expensive as it used to be. I see now that starting a business, especially when it comes to marketing a business and bringing in new customers, is a fraction of the cost of what it used to be. Starting a business, when it comes to spending money, when it comes to expenses, you dictate that. You have some leverage over how much you spend. If you want to grow that business fast, yeah, maybe you're going to have to invest a little bit more money, and particularly in marketing or in product or in services. If you want to grow that business at a slower pace, well, it's going to cost you less money. It really depends on you. Make no mistake about it. Starting a business can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be as expensive as somebody is leading you to believe. No, you can watch your costs, monitor your costs, and again, with social media, with the internet, it doesn't cost as much to market and to bring in new customers. You know, one thing that people say, and I've heard it again and again and again when we talk about how hard it is to start a business, is, it's not easy, it's really challenging, it's real difficult. Well, the people that say that are usually people that aren't motivated. This is my opinion, of course. They're not motivated. They would never think of starting a business. They would never think of going outside that little box that they're in. They're comfortable and they don't want the challenge. They don't want the problems. They don't want to spend the energy or the time to do something that is difficult. They'd rather just go home, watch TV, or maybe go over a sports game, and that's what they want to do, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. No problem at all. But starting anything, to be successful in anything, when you're starting a business, to be successful, yeah, it's going to take some hard work. It's going to take some time. But there could be, and there is a joy in doing that. When people go into the Navy SEALs program, and I use this analogy, when they go in, they know it's going to be tough. And the people that make it through, they look back at that program and they say, I did it. I've accomplished something. I've done something great. And they know that they have, and they feel good about it. And that's also, I believe, the feeling that people have when they start a business and when they see it build. And if they're patient and they watch over time, they'll see it happen. But nothing worth doing is easy. And I don't want to sit here and be a philosopher and say, yeah, do this and you'll sit high on the mountaintop. No, But I will tell you, it will be hard, it won't be easy, but if you do it and you're happy and you feel fulfilled, that's the accomplishment that you need. But sitting in a corner office, working hard to get there, working hard on Wall Street to make that 100K or that 200K or whatever, that's not easy either. So it's up to you. If you want to start a business, yes, it will be hard. If somebody looks at me and says, don't you think you're a little too old to start a new business? You know what? I'm going to look at them and I'm going to think I should just punch you in the nose. But I wouldn't do that. I don't really believe in doing that. But I'd be thinking it. I'd be thinking, what are you saying? I'm not too old. I would also be doing this. I would tell them, I'd give them this information, this statistic. I'd say, listen, do you know that in 2017, just a couple years ago, the last stat that I've seen, that people between the ages of 55 and 64 are starting 26% of all new businesses? That's 26%, 1 in 5. More than 1 in 5 are starting new businesses in that age group. I would also look at them and say that over the last 10 years, people in that age group have done or created more new businesses globally. There's a reason for that. There's a reason, it's an underlying reason maybe that they're just not happy with their job, or maybe like you and like me, we're motivated. We want to build something, we want to grow something, we want to be proud of something. So when somebody says, you're too old to start a business, I'm looking at them and saying, no, I'm not. Look, I don't know if you should quit your day job to start a business, but what I do know is that if you are doing something that you hate, something that doesn't fulfill you, that's not inspiring, something that basically makes you sad, why do it? You know, when you come home to your wife, or you come home to your husband, what kind of life are you giving them if you don't have the energy, if you're not happy with what you're doing, what you're spending 40 hours a week doing, or maybe 50 hours a week or even more? So what I do know is that you want to do something that's going to give you the energy, it's going to make you feel fulfilled, or help you to feel fulfilled, something that is going to be inspiring to you. And maybe that should be a business, just maybe. But let me give you a little bit of a tip here. You know, you can start a business part-time. You can start a business part-time. You can go maybe even work for someone who is in the same field. You can work somewhere where you can be in a business that is exactly what you want to do, and you can learn from them, and you can learn while they're paying you. But only you, and I've said this many, many times in the past, only you could decide what's best for you. But should you quit your day job to start a business? It's a tough question to answer. It truly is, and I know that. But it's a question that's important. If you're asking yourself that question now, I can tell you from experience, if you're asking yourself that question, you're going to keep asking yourself that question again and again and again. Most people I find, if they ask themselves that question up, most people I find are going to start a business. So all you got to do now is do your research, talk to people, get advice, find a mentor, as I mentioned in this video. Find someone who you can talk to. But most people I find will eventually start a business. Once they get that ball rolling, that mental ball rolling in their head, they're going to start a business. So listen, that's all I've got for you today. I asked you previously to subscribe to our channel. If you are looking for career advice, interview tips, job search news, then please subscribe to Over 50 TV. You can do that rather easily. All you gotta do is hit that little red button. It's underneath the screen. There's also a little bell. If you hit that little bell, you'll get our latest updates, and they'll be delivered right to your inbox. And there's also a thumbs up button. If you hit that thumbs up button, that lets me know that you are enjoying the content, you're enjoying what we provide for you. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you have a great day, everybody.